Hi, my name is Alex Van Pelt. I'm a solutions engineer here at Lucid, and I want to take the time to show you a quick trick inside of Lucidchart whenever we're wanting to visualize our data a little bit more. Now, I have this map that's going through a sales business process, and with this, we might want to actually attribute data directly to this. So we can easily come over to our shape area, import our data, and go through our data linking conditional formatting to bring in your Google Sheets, your CSV, or your Excel file directly into Lucidchart. Now, as we have that data connected to our document, we can then take this, either the cell of information or the whole row of data, and attribute it directly to shapes that are on our canvas. Once we have that set up, we can come over here to our contextual panel on the right hand side, and this is going to allow us to see what data has been added directly to that shape. Well, we can do a little bit more with this. Maybe we want to focus in on this cost understanding for each of these steps, but I don't want to necessarily click on each one and be able to see what the cost is. How can I have that quickly visualized? Well, we can leverage conditional formatting rules that allow us to quickly create that connection. So I can come in, add a new rule, and now what we want to do is set up our evaluation. So if we want to say if and then with our two subjects, so if our shape data and specifically tied to our cost here, which is what we're looking at right now. And we want to make sure that the evaluation is going to allow us to see everything that has a data value inside of it. So there's quite a few ways that we can do this. There's different numerical ways. So if we want it greater than or less than or equal to or between, but in this case, we just want to say if, as long as it's not empty, like there is data inside of that value, then let's populate something to happen. And currently we can see all of my items here turning blue, because that's our reaction. That's the then part of this statement. So we can potentially have it be a shape style, like what we're seeing here, to change the color, the fill color, the border, the line, etc. But we're going to actually have this be an icon. And the reason why we want this to be an icon, because I want that cost value to be shown. So instead of leveraging our icon library, which has quite a few that you can choose from, we're going to do text badge. And this allows us to then say either a custom text that I can type in, or I can point it directly to the shape data itself. So in this case, I'll point to the shape data and tell it to look at our cost column. Now that information is going to start filling up in the top right, as we can start to see. I might change this color to potentially be green, and I might also add a custom hover text for those cost values that are a little bit larger than what we can show with our 5-digit text limitation. So I'm going to turn that on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an equal sign, because I want to leverage a formula to pull that data out. So no matter what, it's there. So I'll do equals, and then now I'm going to target that potential column of data on the cell. So I'm going to say at, and open up my parentheses and type in cost. And now that I have that there, I can choose my positioning. So I'll put it in the top left, click on save, and that rule is now in place to where we're seeing the green text letting me know. And if I hover over each one of these, that is now going to tell me the true value that's coming from that data source. So we can actually easily start to visualize this data a little bit more with our already visualized maps inside of Lucidchart. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your account executive or your customer success manager. Have a great day.